Good morning, friends. Ooh, whoa. You see, that gave us a nice jolt, so we are right here and fully present. How are you all doing this morning? Everybody's looking so relaxed, refreshed, revitalized. We had some beautiful showers. And so, yes, it's Rev, as you mentioned that, yes. But we're here, and we're here to celebrate this morning. And everybody's looking radiant in their gold or theme for this morning's service. So we want to get things started, get you energized and vibes up with our praise and worship. So we're just getting in place, our musicians, and we're going to get this started. But while we're doing that, those of us who never got the message about the gold, anybody know what's the spiritual significance of gold? No responses? Well, gold signifies indeed radiance, the spirit, the light that is within us. As we shine, we all shine brightly, just like the rays of the sun and that golden hue that it presents. And so this morning we're celebrating the spirit of magnificence that's in all of us and that radiance. And so we want to get us started. And our first praise song this morning, of course, physician, get ready. Yes, so we can see the words properly. God is my source. And I'm going to invite you to stand so that we can get things started. We're going to do this a cappella style.
My source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need.
So that was a warm-up.
All right.
Okay.
No,
that was just the warm-up so that you get used to that was just the warm-up to get the voices going. So we're ready with our musicians here?
Yes.
There we go.
Our choir is ready.
Everybody is energized now. Let's go.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need.
One more time.
Okay.
Yes. And a little faster. We have to have a little pep in our step here.
All right.
Okay? It's
Okay,
praise
ready?
and worship. Yes.
Love is my source. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
Okay.
Right.
And from that one, we're going to sing It Only Takes a Spark. Okay, everybody should be familiar with that one. Okay, so ready, singers? Ready, musicians? It only takes a spark.
It only takes a spark to get a fire going, going, and soon those around can warm up in its glowing, glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone you want to pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. Only takes a spark to get a fire going, going. And soon all those around can warm up in its glowing, glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone you want to pass it on, pass it on, pass it on.
Thank you, friends. Please be seated. And welcome once again to our Sunday morning celebration here at the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. And now I invite you to join me in our opening affirmative prayer. So as we take this journey within, recognizing that one power and presence, God, that which brought us into being and called it good, we know that that presence emanates from each one of us. And I know that for all of us who have turned up this morning for this morning's celebration and those online, I know that we are tuned in, turned on, tapped in, as every idea necessary for this morning's celebration is now unfolding in right and perfect order. So I know for our speaker this morning, Rev Ann, that the words that she brings are words of truth that move us onward and upward on this pathway of light and enlightenment. So I know that every aspect of this morning's celebration falls into place easily and effortlessly, and our hearts rejoice and give thanks as we simply let go, let God be God in, through, and as every aspect of this morning's service. I release this word joyously to law, knowing that all this is already so, and so it is. Okay. Friends, please join me in our prosperity affirmation this morning. So I'm going to invite you once again to stand on principle. And this is excerpt from Richer Living, written by Dr. Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Divine prosperity is working in all my affairs. Together, I live in a world that is filled with God's abundance, and I now claim this as my own. The riches of the universe are open to me, and I partake of them in wisdom and joy. All my affairs are under the law of prosperity. Increased good flows to me from all directions and through all people. There is no lack in my consciousness, for God's ideas fill my thought, and all is richness and opulence. I am orderly in all my ways. I am loving, kind, and gracious. I speak this day in terms of abundance. I expect increased prosperity to take place in my world. I know that God's activity is alive in my affairs. I now give thanks that the riches of God are mine to use and enjoy in right ways. And so it is. Thank you. Please be seated. And as we get settled in once more, we're going to invite you to gently close your eyes as we take a brief moment of silence, as we take within the thought that I am loving, kind, and gracious. And so it is. Now gently open your eyes and return once again to this sanctuary. Now we'll have the lighting of the candle and the prayer for our youth. now, let us just bless the youth. We know that divine intelligence operates in, through, and as our youth this morning. We know that they truly are the presence and power of God that lights this pathway of truth and enlightenment. So we speak a special blessing over them this morning as we release this word for intimate law of mind, for fulfillment in as every youth in our world and in our sanctuary. Thank you, God, that this is so, and so it is. So let's stand to sing our mission song. Yeah, we're getting lots of exercise this morning, up and down, get the blood moving. Okay. Adult workshop. You may remain standing because we're going into our first hymn selection. Yes. And that one is Love Is My Decision. You should be picking up a theme here, right? Yes.
Love
is our decision right here and now. And so this morning, I want you to open your hearts to love, because this is who our speaker this morning, our beloved, our assistant minister. She wears so many hats in this center, but one thing we know is that when she takes the podium to speak, her message is always one that leaves us with something to chew on. So get ready, take out your notebook, pen and paper, and let us open our hearts as we lovingly welcome Rev Ann Shand this morning with her message, What Has Love Got to Do with It?
Thank you, Sister Jennifer. It's good to be on the platform with you. And friends, good morning, good morning, good morning. I love love, you know. I don't know about you all. It makes me just feel nice, with, as Reverend John would say, goosebumps all over. So friends, I add my own words of welcome to our Sunday morning celebration right here at the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. We are a lighthouse of collective consciousness, revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. I heard Jennifer quizzing you about spiritual understanding and gold. Yes, we are dressed in gold this morning. It signifies spiritual understanding. And as Charles Fillmore of Unity Worldwide tells us in his 12 powers of man, that indeed it is one of our powers. It is also the alignment of our consciousness to truth principles as we are awakened to that capacity within us. In his book, Keep a True Length, he states, and I quote, "Spiritual understanding is the ability of the mind to apprehend and realize the laws of thought and the relation of ideas one to another. It is that something through which we understand God and ourselves. Understanding reveals that love and wisdom should work together, that power should be expressed through love and enthusiasm, tempered with wisdom. And with understanding is that which is in us that knows how to accomplish things." So spiritual understanding is at the foundation of our cognitive capacities. It is our ability to accomplish goals. And thirdly, understanding, you must mix it with love, okay? George Bendel, New Thought writer, in his book, Collective Essays of George Bendel, recalls this incident about a great airliner that flew into a violent thunderstorm and was bumping along. One nervous lady in the plane happened to be sitting next to a clergyman. She could tell as he had on one of those circular collars. She turned to him in comfort and said, "Can't you do something? You are a clergyman." He looked at her through a soft smile and said, "Madam, I'm in sales, not management." So yes, we as clergy, we sell the truth, and we are acting on behalf of management. So this morning, as we reveal our cognitive capacities, which we understand quite clearly is part of our nature, we know who management is and our relationship to management in love, right? So this month, we're talking about higher, deeper love. And in particular this morning, the theme is, I want to know what love is. Remember that song? I want to know what love is. Yes, right. Good. But we're going to talk about how we can show what love is, because our collective consciousness reveals what love is. That is part of our vision in this church. The marketing teaser for the theme asks this question, or these questions. What if love is more than what we have limited ourselves to experience? What if we let love be present in both the uncomfortable and also in good times? So then let us look at the two quotes concerning the definition of love. Dr. Ernest Holmes, whose teachings we follow in the Sons of Man text, states, and I quote, "Who is born of love is born of God, for God is love. Without love, nothing can be accomplished. With love, all things are possible. And when we love, our prayers are answered, and the gift of heaven is made. The gift of heaven is life, not death. Love, not hate. Peace, and not confusion." End of quote. That quote from the Judeo-Christian Bible that Dr. Holmes uses is from 1 John 4, 7 to 8. It says, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God, for God is love." So what is this love? Dr. Holmes goes on in his New Thought Dictionary to say that love is the outpouring of spirit, the givingness of life. In its lesser sense, the affection one has for another. The principle of love is not to be confused with mere sentimentality, although all forms are aspects of it. It is the great transforming power which brings everything in harmony. It is a unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. In metaphysical treatment, it is the healing force, end of quote. So let us unpack all of that. The marketing tip stated, what if love is more than what we limited our expression of love to? More than sentimentality. But sentimentality is nothing to be shy of. We all love love, don't we? So let us start from there. And as we understand more of ourselves and our relationship to our management, yes, our origin, God, then we can expand our awareness to the principles of love. We start with the first one, the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony in our lives. First. Second, the unifying principle, the creative element. Thirdly, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life that we aspire for. The fourth, the healing force, which reveals our true essence. So as we focus on the principles of love, we do our best to understand them. Then we practice and align ourselves with them. And then we are able to be, to do, and have what is ours to express on this plane of existence, no matter what the circumstances are, good or otherwise. Let us look at love as this great transforming power which brings everything into harmony and balance. Friends, love is our inherent nature. So our first step is to discover and observe our relationship with love in ourselves. Do we love every aspect of our beingness? Stuff and all, bumps and all, weight and all? Do we? Think about that. Yes, there has been suffering, pain, wounds, betrayal, darkness. The parts of us experiencing the above on the relative that we're not happy with and comfortable with. So we let this transformative power that is within us harmonize every aspect of ourselves and let that pure essence of who we are reveal that we are love made manifest, made in the image and likeness of love. So let us affirm together. I'll read it first. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. Again, so that I can believe you. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. So as we immerse ourselves in that truth, all of me represents the fullness of love. We breathe in understanding right now and release that love that is within us. We release it, letting the scars of pain, suffering, and discomfort into the presence of love to be transmuted. healing and renewal will take place because we are not our past. We can fully embrace our true selves by our capacity to express compassion, resilience, and true self-acceptance. We arise, radiating that divine love that is within us, reminding ourselves that within the uncomfortable, the true idea of our being springs forth as lessons learned, which have now become the triumphs of today. Our imperfections make us whole. The promise of Psalm 138, verse 8 says, "The Lord will perfect everything that concerns us." Everything that concerns us is already perfected by management. So as we expand our awareness of that truth, we open ourselves to the new and the extraordinary. Because that is the truth of who we really are, no matter what the appearances are. Let us remember, we are the fullness of love. Let us look at number 2, the unifying principle of love, that creative element within us. Any limitation we have placed on the experience of love from within and that which flows from others must dissolve. Because the absolute is pure love. And the only reason why we say, I'm not going to give all of myself to that relationship is because of fear. That is another argument altogether. Because we have the capacity to love. And who is management? God as love. So nothing can happen to you, don't. So you can just give yourself to whatever it is that you love. So, we are now open, friends, because of that creative aspect within us. We are now open to create new outcomes that must secure the fulfillment of love in our experience. So, we go about loving and set the template correct. I am the fullness of love. So the fullness of love must be attracted back to you, right? Like loves like, or love likes whichever, right? That is how it works. But we have to understand about our own journey, our own evolution in the expression of love. So we start to consider our truth, that we are centers of love expressing. So we look at the practice of thinking, speaking, and acting from a platform of love. We recognize that as we transform and integrate all aspects of ourselves within the experience of our life's journey, so with wisdom and clarity, we realize that everything that has happened to us is now propelling us and preparing us now to this moment when we express our true being of love. Everything has fine-tuned our experiences, our character, our emotions, our aspirations to who we are now. The unifying power of love have allowed us to transmute creatively to this wonderful being we are now revealing as ourselves. We are now remolded through one issue after another into this wise, beautiful, creative being that we are. This inner harmony now allows us to unify our being with others and empower ourselves to show up as our authentic selves with this glorious magnificence that we share with others. So affirm again with me. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. Again, I celebrate as the fullness of love. In a half voice. The fullness of me in a fullness of love. And in the whisper in our hearts. The third principle is that love is a motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. Isaiah 43, verse 18 to 19 reminds us that, remember ye not the former things, neither things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, end of quote. So yes, all the fine and noble things are now attracted to our consciousness of love. And you know that, because as you grow, your vibrations expand. And the things that you go after, the things that you now want into your life, look completely different from what you were thinking 25 years ago. Right? I know some people who, even their music changed. Before it was, and now you will hear a symphony playing from their house. Love can do that, believe me. So yes, all the fine and noble things are now attracted to our consciousness of love. If Isaiah says, I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. There's nothing to stop you from gaining whatever it is you want when you're on that higher vibration. It says that love makes all things possible. And our understanding, knowing that it is achievable, because we can accomplish everything, right? So it adds up. So love is now the way of our being. It is now that our inherent nature is blooming and radiating through our experiences. We are able to observe the synchronicity of love. And indeed, with wisdom, as part of our demonstrations of life, we become a unifying force wherever we find ourselves. When we walk in the room, the vibrations change. And that is true. We recognize the divinity in others. And we are drawn, and they are drawn to us by our compassionate nature. So sometimes you're wondering why some people just come into you and asking directions. It's not accident, friends. It's not accident. It's because of who you are being, a center of divine love. Forgiveness we extend easily and effortlessly. We are able to forgive ourselves, apologize quickly to others in grace and without beating up ourselves. We are kind to others and expect, believe you me, just receive the unexpected kindness coming your way. People will just go a way to do things for you. And you say, but wait, how come? It's not how come, it's not accident. You are a consciousness of love. Divine order is truly established in every area of your expression. And add tithing to it. I tell you the truth. When you have all the ducks lined up, everything fits into place easily, effortlessly, and joyously. So friends, this fresh, wholesome awareness allows us to walk our talk of oneness with all of life. Even in challenging issues, we breathe out the love we are and neutralize the vibration that is uncomfortable. And our living is now our prayer of love. Now that we have found love, how do we maintain it? That's another song. Now that we have found love. No? What are we going to do with it? Yes. You're going to meditate often. You're going to do your affirmative prayer, right? And affirmations, and in the dwelling of the silence. Yes. Yes, many. Yes, we have found love because we know that we are love. This sustains our immersion in the absolute power of love. The spiritual practices of meditation, affirmative prayer, affirmations, prayer, and dwelling in the silence, right? And it allows, friends, the healing principle, which makes all things new, which is the fourth power. You have a healing consciousness. Every one of us who express love, because wherever you go or wherever you find yourself, when you say the word, things happen. Things happen. Carlton Whitehead suggests the cultivation of 8 elements to maintain that consciousness of love. He says the first one is patience. Patience to nurture the seeds of love within ourselves and project that respect to others. Second, kindness. Seek always to express truth in all issues. Sincere kindness to others, and not simply to ease our feelings, but recognize the divinity of others, giving of love with whatever we are sharing with others. So when you give a gift, it is immersed in love, right? It's not giving out of obligation. See, generosity, unconditional giving. The thought of reimbursement is not in the mix. You just give because you love, don't you? Right. Fourthly, or D, humility, receptivity and being teachable in every moment, uncomfortable or otherwise. We still choose love. You know, if somebody come at you and they're being very strident, you can just bear witness to what they're saying. You can take it with love if you want, or you can just surround them with love because it has nothing to do with you. E, courtesy. Consideration and thoughtfulness governs our attitude and actions. F, unselfishness. Righteous indignation don't exist in the heart of another, of ours who love. So we can give up our right to being angry, hurt, resentful, blame on others, because who we are, our love selves come out authentic and open. So we can say what we are saying. We can give up our information if we are asked. Or we can just bear witness to the person who is, just want to exhale on you. You just surround them with love. Sincerity. We act with integrity and in good faith. Because our faith is of God, so we can let it go and let God, no matter how uncomfortable it is, or even in the good times too. There is a story told by Alan Cohen about the action of seeing good in others. Dr. Nelson Decker, author of The Great Mystery in the Sky, tells the story of an experience that changed his life. When he was a young chiropractor in Englewood, New Jersey, a very shabbily dressed man came into his office. The man was dirty, unkempt, and he emanated an unpleasant odor. He had no money, but he asked for treatment. Dr. Decker was reluctant to see him, but he did so. While Dr. Decker's initial reaction was an aversion to the man's appearance, he remembered that a lesson of happiness is to find something you can appreciate in every situation. He scanned the man's appearance and couldn't find nothing he appreciated. Then he looked down at the man's shoes, and he noticed that they were neatly tied. This was the one thing he could honestly say he liked. So he focused on the tidiness of the man's shoelaces as he treated him. The man went on his way happily. A few days later, he came back in a better condition and told Dr. Decker he owed him a great debt of thanks. He stated that some days earlier, he felt he was at the end of his rope. He walked from New York City to George Washington Bridge with the intention to walk over and jump. When he got to the bridge, he made the decision to give himself one more chance. So he walked over the bridge, hoping to find help. The first place he saw was Dr. Decker's office, where he was met with kindness. If the doctor had turned him away, he might have gone back and jumped. Fancy that thing? In the man's words, and I quote, "I am encouraged to live because of your kindness." I am encouraged to live because of your kindness. That story means a lot to me because you don't know where you are and who you're going to meet, and just one little word of love can save a man's life. So think about these things. So let us give ourselves the chance to cultivate and nurture the love inside, radiate it, and give someone else the hope to live and be loved. So remember with me the transforming power of love, the unifying principle, the motivating power, and the healing force of the love of God within us. And we let our lights shine. So that little spark that's within us, just let it just bloom as a fire of love. And let us shine those lights that are within us. So remember, every time you pass a mirror. That indeed you are an expression of a higher, deeper love. And let us show each and everyone what love is. I want to know what love is. We can show you here. So join us at this temple, because love is our collective consciousness. And indeed, we are offsprings of the management of love. So let us affirm together, I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. As the fullness of love. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Ann. Oh, let us give her another round of applause. And indeed, let us commit this week to celebrate the fullness of all of ourselves as love. Okay? Keep that affirmation in mind this week. And at this time, we're going to ask those of us celebrating a birthday in the month of June to stand. Anybody? Yay! And we're going to invite Reverend Ann too. Yes, Mrs. Morris Henry. Ooh. And Phaedra is here. We're going to invite Reverend Ann to come back up to do our birthday blessing, so keep standing. And if you're online, please accept this blessing too.
Belmore, why are you not standing up? Is that your birthday this month? It's next week. Don't worry about that. Okay. Let us celebrate with our loved ones born in June, that indeed they are the expressions of love made manifest, each one. So I know for them, as they celebrate this new year of being, this new year of their incarnation, love is the truth about each one. It's the way of their heart and the heart of their way. So as love now fully expressed in their experiences attract loving relationships, prosperity, health, joy, peace, all the attributes, you name it. Love, and only love is indeed moving upon itself to create anew within each one. So I celebrate all of them as love, every single aspect of their being as love. And as they celebrate that love, love is attracted to them. And indeed, wherever they find themselves, they are the unifying force, the motivating power, and the healing influence because of that love that is within each one. So their aspirations are granted successfully, and indeed they just shine forth easily, effortlessly, and joyously the love that they are. So we celebrate with them. Love, now that they have found love within themselves, they are truly expressions of divine love. I release these words to the law and know that they are fully manifested as love within each one of these loving, beloved beings of ours who are part of our community. Thank you, God, that this is so, and so it is.
Awesome. As we celebrate them, we didn't give them a love birthday song, so Mr. Musician, happy birthday to you, loved ones. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Birthday to you. Awesome. And you know, God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Awesome, awesome. Happy birthday, loved ones. And now, of course, as a special treat, they will be serenaded with our musical item this morning by Ifa Shani Dehaney. Welcome, Ifa.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So, thank you. The song that I picked today is actually from the popular cartoon movie Cinderella, right? And you can just take your time while I'm singing to think of, anything that might allow you or give you the experience of love, because the song sounds like the feeling of love, in my opinion, right? Okay, Lauren, you can play the track. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love. Thank you.
Music class is working for us. Okay, that's one of our musicians from our music newbies. Yes, every week we're going to feature one of them. Yes, very nicely done. Okay, so we're here at this point to do our prayer for Jamaica. So I'd invite you to stand. Together. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truth of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established, and so it is. And friends, while you're standing, we're going to do our love offering blessing, so I invite you to take your envelopes in your hand. As together we say, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase, and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. And now we're going into our second selection. I'm here to remind you, and during the singing, we invite you to come up to place your love offering in either of the boxes on either side of the podium. Be seated. What a beautiful song. Yes, we are truly loved. And now, friends, we're at that point where we'll have our announcements and reminders. And right up front, I'd like to welcome, if we have any first-time guests with us this morning in the sanctuary, if you could please stand. We look like we're all family. Well, welcome again. But if you're a first-time guest online, we'd like for you to put your name and contact in our chat so that we can stay in touch with you. And so here are our brief announcements for this week. On Tuesday evening, please join us for our Spiritual Mind Healing Service. Before I move towards Tuesday evening, I'm sorry, I changed the order this morning. You need to be reminded, what day is today, by the way? June 7th. What does that mean? University Singers. Yes, concert at 4. Any extra tickets around? We're looking for one. I'm looking for one. Okay, I have the buyer for you. There you go. So, everybody have their tickets? Good. You'll be there at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Philip Sherlock Center. Okay, just so that you know. And then, there is no truth in that, Reverend Michael. It's a beautiful day. All the island has been restored, and we're going to have a wonderful time. There you go. Unless, of course, you're gonna be wearing black, but that's it, okay? He's saying they have a generator. Okay, let's go. So that's good to know. Thank you, Clive. So moving on, Tuesday, Spiritual Mind Healing Service. This week is with Dr. Tamu Davidson, religious science practitioner, and her topic is, I know what love is. Do you? Huh. So join her, 6 p.m., June 9th. It's on Zoom and on YouTube, and the link is usually mailed out from the office. And then Thursday, please join practitioner Steve Golding in the Thursday Forum. And this series, they'll be looking at putting it into practice. Okay? So you have to join at 7 in order to know what that is that you need to put into practice. And the link is also being sent out by the office. These forums are on a love offering basis, so please come out and lend your consciousness to the discussions. And then on Father's Day, that's Sunday, June 21st, we're going to have a very special guest with us, Reverend Dr. Jermel Gilliam. You all need to be here to participate, and that's just the service. There's lots of fun and excitement that will come, and I won't give it away. If you're not here, you can't enjoy. So please show up Sunday, June 21st, 9 p.m. for a Father's Day service. 9 a.m. Woo! Where am I? 9 a.m. for a Father's Day service. That's right, Rev. Father's Day. And then, where there's a will or not, let's talk estate planning. What is that? That's on Saturday, June 27, where we will be hosting another in the series, which is done by our legal symposium planners. That's a team of the Gene Barnes Legal Symposium is the official name of these sessions. Outreach, okay. And it's a team of ladies that put together these activities. Jeannie Slow, Karen Ford Warner, Lorna Haffen, and Elizabeth. So please, 27th of June, let us all be here because it's an important topic and not a lot of us give thought to estate planning. That is leaving a will, okay? So we want you all to be here on the 27th. It's a Saturday at 4 p.m. to hear Miss Gloria Brown speak on that. And of course, our next item, it's anniversary month. And while we're kicking off on the first Sunday in July, where we'll be doing our founders service, on the second Saturday, that will be Saturday, July 11, join us for our 45th anniversary Family Fun Day at Bamboo Beach, Braco Trelawney. Now, last week, we gave you a little taste of what the menu would be. Chevrolet did that for us. But this is a VIP lunch that you're all getting in. So understand, when we get there, okay, it starts with 2 hours of serving of lunch. Between 12:30 and 2:30, lunch is served throughout that entire period. But as you get there, there's a soup station that's set up for an all day, okay? So you cannot be out of food. Remember what's on there. You have appetizer, it's a full course. And there are jerk chicken and Jamaica stamp and go, and there's the main course that he told you about. I won't repeat that. But there's also, for those of us who want to refresh ourselves, there will be alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. And there's a bar service from 11 to 4. So while we're there, we're refreshed fully. We'll have our own beach chairs. There are no additional costs for that. And you can all get a beach massage if you'd like, but that's at an additional cost. It's optional. So there are lots of activity for the day. We will have service staff, hostesses, and bartenders at our service, and we'll have music system for the entire property, and light entertainment by our hostesses. So friends, this is a full package that you're gonna get for Saturday, July 11th. Hence, cost for adults, $12,900. It's all included. That's your transportation and your meals, and children, $9,500. And children are between the ages of 3 to 12 years. So I'm expecting all of you to join me on Saturday, July 11th. The bus leaves at 7. Now you know we're going far. Trelawney is not next door, so you all need to be here so we can drive out, because we want the full day. Remember, we have access to this property from 9 until 5. So if we don't leave early to get there at least by 10 o'clock, you know, we're cutting our day short, and we don't want to do that. So please see me after. List is growing. Sign up. Give me your name. And importantly, friends, I need payment in full by June 26th. Now, I've been advertising since May so that you could have the opportunity to pay in 2 parts. You can still do that. We take payment by cash or card, or you can transfer by bank transfer to the temple. So see me after service, sign up, $12,900 for adults and $9,500 for children. We're going to have a fantastic day. For those who have been on the last 2, you can attest to that, all right? So, in that regard, we also want to thank you for your continued support of our ministry through your tithes and offerings. And if you want to continue that support, please visit donate.templeoflightcsl.org. There you'll find all of our banking details, okay? One link, donate.templeoflightcsl.org, and we need for you to just visit the link, and you have all your payment options to you. But importantly, prayer, as I've always heard Rev Ann say, is the linchpin of our ministry. So you can get prayer support with Reverend Dr. Michelle Sinegal at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org, or you may speak with a practitioner by calling 876-494-9000. That's easy to remember, 876-494-9000. Or if you want a prayer with our senior minister, Reverend Dr. Michelle, prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. And now, friends, we'll move on to our acknowledgements. And this morning, we want to thank for beautiful floral arrangements. As you look at them, they're just jumping out at me. You don't hear who you're thanking yet, so you're clapping, but yes, they deserve a round of applause. Who can tell me who you think did these arrangements? No, Idel, you're giving it away. Okay, you can't answer. Anybody have any guesses as to who? Yes. No? I am not a floral arranger, sorry. No, Jennifer Gibbs? No, not this time. This was done by our own Judy Dare. See, Judith there. Beautiful. And that's the Ministry of the Environment working for you. So we want to thank them, and that's why you need to support their benefit this evening, University Singers, because this is what that contribution does. Helps us to continue the floral artistry that adorn our sanctuary every Sunday. And then this morning we want to thank our ushers who are on duty. That's Sharon and Janet. Let's give them a round of applause. And our musicians, Ordale, Justin, and Jonathan. And of course, Ifo, who was our musical item, and the singers, Carol and Janet. Yeah, man, I said Ifo. And I want to also thank hospital. I've not forgotten, I'm not done. I haven't reached there yet. We're getting there. Want to thank the tech team, because without them, nothing would have happened this morning. So it's Chevrolet, Lauren, Auntie Christine, Vance, Tyrell, they're all sitting back there and every week faithfully provide this service, so we want to thank them. And then hospitality, who by no means, we mentioned them last, and that's because we want to work up the appetite that is to come. So when they're the last thing, you definitely know when you leave out of here, where do we head? Hospitality. So let's thank Reverend Dr. Sonia Davidson and her team for whatever goodies being provided around there. And she's supported by several persons, Jennifer and Tamu and Chima and Yvonne and Jeannie and people who contribute, Joan. So it's a whole team, all right? So please visit the hospitality table right after service. And that will conclude our acknowledgements for this morning, and I would invite Reverend Ann to come back to give the closing, bless the love offering and the closing affirmative prayer.
And I hear our children outside. It's lovely to have them today. Oh, as we go within, to that sacred space in our hearts, that sanctuary where we recognize that divine love that is our source, the source of good in our lives and affairs. So I know that as we are one with that source, everything necessary for our highest good is already manifesting in our experience. And indeed, this love offering is the product of that consciousness of love that we share. This love offering that is indeed for the spread of truth. So I know for our organization, this offering goes a far way to ensure that all our obligations are met easily, effortlessly, and joyous. And there's always surplus. And for all those who have contributed to that surplus, I know that you are divinely blessed. And indeed, as you simply bear witness to the prosperity that is moving upon itself to create anew in your lives, you know that the blessings abound each and every day. So we give thanks. We give thanks for this community, which is indeed a consciousness of love and peace and joy, which we share with all who come into contact with us. So I know that as we go from this place, I know that that love goes before us to ensure that our path is safe, secure, and easy. And indeed, as we continue to just let love be our guide, we can declare for our island Jamaica that in every nook and cranny, love is even now expressing itself in through the hearts of every Jamaican. And indeed, the very world that we live in, love is the truth. So love is even now moving upon itself to create anew within the hearts of men worldwide and women that indeed we are love. Love made manifest. That sweet love that simply humbles us each time that we are in the presence of our own beloveds. And just know that at all times, God, and only God, is that supreme being that enabled us to love, because we were created out of its love. So we give thanks for today as I release my word to law and know that it is so, and so it is. So let us sing together, yes, there is love. Circle of love. Our children are coming to join us. Yes, Denny. Mr. Denville. Liam, come on. Jaden and teacher. And this little one flying to her mommy. Okay.